Hello, hello, and welcome. My name is Debbie Danford at craftycreations.blogspot.com, and today is Thursday, October 3rd. And normally I try to go live at 10 o'clock Pacific time, but today I had a Zoom meeting, so I pushed it to 11. And maybe I'll start doing 11. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out like what works best. But anyway, I wanted to pop in today, and I'm just also making sure that, yes, I am going live. Woohoo! It is working. I wanted to pop in today and share a card that I am using with my bonus class at the next East Meets West Creativity Kit that my great friend Tracy Evans Langley and I are doing on November 2nd, which you do still have time to register for that class. Registration hasn't closed yet, so I will link all the details about that just in case you're interested. It's a fun day of stamping and chit-chatting, and all kinds of stuff goes on, and we do it live via Facebook, and Tracy and I are on Zoom, and then we each do 4 cards, and then we have bonus classes that we email stuff out. So yeah, it is a great, great fun day. So we would love to have you join us. But today I wanted to share a card that I used with the Filled with Cheer set. So it's a cute little basic simple card. I mean, there's not a whole lot to it, but I thought it turned out really cute. Not one we're going to make for my bonus class because I already picked a couple others that I wanted to use for that. But this was an extra one I had, so I thought, well, I would use it today on the Facebook Live. So on the background here, I did use the Snowflake Sky 3D embossing folder. And although what I had done is stamped, and then I took Pool Party and our blending brush and put some Pool Party behind it. And I didn't realize that when I was embossing it that I had debossed it. But I think it turned out quite cute with the deboss side. So I think we might try it the other way this time, just so we can see what, both ways, how it works. I'm going to grab my blending brush here and my Pool Party, and also my Memento Black, because we're just going to stamp the little snowman here. And I will have all the dimensions and stuff of everything listed out underneath the post when I'm done here, but pretty simple, standard 3 3/4 by 5 is what we're going to stamp on here. And I'm using the cute little snowman. And let's go ahead and ink that up. I'm just using Memento Black here. I'm going over it a few times because I know that I need to re-ink my Memento, and I just keep forgetting to do it. Now we're going to tear some strips and put some fake snow-like snow mounds there. So you kind of have to guess as to, and I kind of went a little over this way, but maybe I'm going to move him a little bit and go this way this time. And I'm going to go about right there. We're just going to call it there. See if we like that. Woohoo, beautiful. Then what I'm going to do, I'm going to give that just a second there to dry. We are going to go ahead and add a little bit of Pool Party. Normally I always say start off at the edge as you do your blending, but I'm going to do a little bit off, and then I'm going to come in and just add a little bit. And keep in mind, Pool Party is much lighter, so it takes a little bit more to add some ink there. And I didn't do a whole lot of coloring on the snowman when I did this one, but you certainly could. I only colored, I pulled in the pumpkin pie, and you could use the light or the dark. I have the dark here. It'll be fine. I think when I did it before, I used the light, but whoops, not that tip. That's right. My pumpkin pie brush tip has seen better days. So we're just going to color his nose just a little bit with the pumpkin pie Stampin' Blends. And then we're going to go ahead and color his hat with the dark basic black, because that's what I have laying here. Again, I think I actually used the light basic black, but either one will work. and we're just going to color his hat. And of course, if you wanted to color the tree or more things on the snowman, maybe this time, because I have my, I think it's cherry cobbler, it might be real red, we'll see. We might color his scarf today too. Why not, right? And you could wait and do all your coloring after you embossed it. It doesn't, there's no right or wrong as to when you do all those steps. What do I have here? I have dark real red. So let's go ahead and color his scarf. We'll add a little bit more color this time. And we'll color his scarf. I love our Stampin' Blends. If you have not tried them, you need to try them because I think these are awesome. I think they color really nice. It's always my first preference between Stampin' Blends or our Stampin' Write markers. And don't get me wrong, I like those too, but I really love our Stampin' Blends. They just color really nice. You can blend really well with them. And I'm not like the guru of coloring and blending. I've seen some people where they can take so many colors and they just make these works of art with the Stampin' Blends. I do the basic coloring. Okay, so this is what we've got going on so far. I know it's hard to probably see that pool party behind there. Like I said, I did it very faint. I like having his little scarf colored, so I think that adds a little bit more to it. Okay, so let me at least get this out of the way because we're going to bring in the big boy here and do a little bit of embossing. So I'm going to bring in the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And we have our plate number 1 and plate number 4. Now, if you want it to be embossed, you always have the Stampin' Up! Logo sticking up here, which clearly I wasn't paying attention when I embossed it the first time. So let's go ahead and try it that way this time. If you want it debossed, you can do one of two things. You could either flip it over and put your card front in, or you would just keep it this way and then flip your card backwards. So either way will work, but always just keep in mind. Now with this folder, if you noticed, like on the picture, it's heavy, heavy, heavy here with snowflakes and the dots, and then it gets lighter as you get towards the, well, this is technically upside down because really this is lighter as far as the dots and the snowflakes. I don't know if you can see it. Here, I bet you can see it if I stick a piece of pool party behind there. And then it's much heavier down here. So you can kind of decide where you want to put this in your, as you're laying your cardstock down, if you want it to be really heavy with the embossed part, or if you want it a little bit lighter up here. Either way works. I think we'll go ahead and stick this one down like this. I was just going to look, how did I do the first one? I think I did it, yeah, a little bit heavier. Okay, put this down, make sure it's straight. And Debbie's going to do some embossing here. Hopefully we got it all right. It's going through perfectly. And let's pull this out and see how we did here. Woohoo! Check that out. Hopefully you can see that. Okay, let's move this stuff out of our way. Fold up our big machine here. Plop that on the floor, out of my way. Okay, so now here's this part here. Looks beautiful. I think I'm just going to darken that up just a little bit. It definitely does look a little different with the embossed versus the debossed. And I think I kind of like that one better, but well, let's see when we get it all finished. Who knows? It might not matter. So I just have 2 scrap pieces here. I knew they were long enough. We'll trim them. I think this one is just barely, but that's going to be our top one. And we're just going to do the tearing technique. And I'm just going to kind of go, you know, up, down, all over, just to make it look like it's got some snowbanks going on here. Okay. And that one's going to go on first, like that. Now you can keep it this direction, or you can flip it then and have the cleaner edge. Either way, of course, it doesn't matter. Either way works. There's that. And then this one, we're going to do the same thing. A little bit of tearing here. Okay. And then I'm going to flip it again. And then this one's going to go underneath right here. And you could tear it more if you wanted deeper snowbanks going on there. I kind of like how it looks. I mean, totally different from this one. And that's the thing about tearing and doing things like that. It's never going to look the same as it did the first time you did it. Before I attach these, I want to stamp. And I pulled out the Sending Loads of Christmas Cheer, which comes in the Filled with Cheer bundle or stamp set. And I'm just going to stamp it in Memento. So let's just ink that up. Not stamp it upside down. And I moved my snowman a little more to the right this time since I had my stamped phrase over here to the left. So there's that. Now let's go ahead and do some assembly here. So let's go ahead and attach. I think I'm going to use our mono glue, green glue. Use whatever your favorite adhesive is. And we're going to attach this to this right here to the card front. And then we'll go ahead and attach this piece on top of that. And you could do 3 layers if you want. You can do as many layers as you want, actually. There's no, rule of thumb of how many you should do. You could keep it at 1 if you wanted, but I liked the effect of 2. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and grab my scissors here and trim that part off. Okay. Oh, I got a little smudge there. Oops. Boy, I was just knocking all kinds of things down. What I wanted was my eraser, and everything came down with it. We don't want that. Okay. So there we have that going on. Now, all we're going to do is some layering, and then we might do a little bit of stamping on the inside. I didn't stamp on the inside on this one, but I was thinking maybe we might try stamping the little snowman, like just barely getting him in here, but we'll do that in a second. Let's go ahead and get our layers done. So let's go ahead and attach our card front, our stamped card front, to our basic black layer. And I went with basic black because I wanted it to like pop, and I felt like the black really made it pop with that layer underneath. Now, always remember, when you have a card base or a card layer like this, you can always die cut some kind of shapes or punch out some kind of shapes. If you're not, even if you're not using them in the card itself, save it for later. That's always like, I always tell all my customers, and my team, that's good real estate, free real estate we have right there. But I didn't take the time to do that. But if I was using a punch or a die on front, then I would have cut out of that. And then we'll go ahead and put this one down here. Now I'm using the Stampin' Seal Plus. I like the Plus better than the Stampin' Seal. I feel like it flows a little bit easier, but they both work great. This is just my favorite go-to. Okay, and let's go ahead and attach this here. Okay, so there's that. So before we add our little bling at the end, let's go ahead and bring my scrap piece in, and I'm going to ink this up, and we're going to try maybe stamping some little portion of the, and actually all I really want, so I think I'm going to go to this side, because all I really want is like the snowman maybe in the tree, just a little bit. Yeah, I like that. I like how that turned out. And I think we're going to even add a little bit of color to it. Why not? Because we can. So let's just color his nose again. I don't usually stamp a phrase on the inside because I tend to write something to whoever I'm sending them to, unless like it's, which, well, this is, I would probably stamp Merry Christmas or something if I was sending this one out. But I'll leave it blank for right now. But I do like to do something on the inside usually. Very rarely do I leave them blank anymore. I either stamp on the inside or add a piece of DSP, or even sometimes I've just done a little bit of blending with the blending brush, depending on what colors you might have been using on the front. That always adds a nice little accent too. So you can do that too. And let's go ahead. I really like his scarf colored. I think that added just added a little bit more pop of color to the card. I think he's pretty cute. Okay. I have a couple other ideas of some cards I want to do with this little guy too. So I'll probably make some more that'll be used for my holiday buffet card class, which is in November. So if you live local, get on my email list. Well, you don't have to live local to get on my email list. Anybody can get on my email list because I do offer stuff to go. Like I said, Tracy and I are doing the East Meets West, and we do that every quarter, and that's all to go. So we would love to have anybody join us. But if you live local, I do classes in person, local to, I should say, where I live, right? Arlington, Washington. I do in-person classes. Not quite every month, except of course this time of the year. We always tend to do a few more classes because everybody's making, holiday cards and that kind of stuff. But usually at least once every couple months, I have some kind of in-person class going on. I like to work with my card base flat like this. I don't fold it till I'm done. So then when I'm putting on my inside, I just flip it this direction just like that. And theoretically, if I flipped it all correctly, nothing will be upside down. I see how I have just, like when I cut this one, I had a few little, like stragglers. So I take, these are just like the ones they use, like if you go get your nails done and stuff, which clearly I have not done for a while. And I just shave all that stuff off. Okay, so there's our inside piece, which I think he's so cute. And then we're going to fold this over. Yay, we did it correctly. Let's get that out of our way. You don't need to see that part. Yay, I like the little red on his scarf. I'm looking for my Take Your Pick tool, which is right in front of me. Let's add a little bit of bling. Because, we always have to have bling on our cards. There's not very many cards I make where I don't put bling on, but... let's see. Let's put one here. And let's put one on the star, of course. I'll put a couple over here. I work in odd numbers. I'm kind of weird like that when I'm adding bling. Unless it's just... Well, sometimes there might be 2, but very rarely. I usually put like 3 or 5. And I kind of felt like this one needed a few more. So I added 5. So there you go. I definitely like adding the little bit of red to his scarf. I think that just added a little bit more pop to it all. But yeah, there's today's card. I hope you enjoy it. And please, if you don't follow me on Facebook or my blog or my monthly newsletter, YouTube, because I will go share this out on YouTube, please follow me and don't forget to share it. Share this video with everybody you know. Again, it's the Filled with Cheer, and it is current out there on the website, ready to go. It is not, this is an online exclusive item, so it's not in the new mini catalog. So you'll find it out on the website under the online exclusive products. I think. I say that now, I'm questioning whether it was in the catalog or online exclusive, but I'm pretty sure it's online exclusive. But anyway, Filled with Cheer. That's all you got to look up. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope you have a great Thursday, and I will be back again next week. Talk to y'all later. Bye.